No. Hello, and welcome to this Friday's edition of the Octopus Movement podcast, where we celebrate the extraordinary multipotentiality of nonlinear thinkers and their undeniable impact on the world. I'm your host, Aiden Gillan-Bronze, and today I'm joined by Jean-Luc Trépanier, IT guru, drawer of detail architecture, and someone who brings a mathematical and analytical perspective to accounting and financial admin. He now spends his time as a knowledge philanthropist in the IT world, helping people choose the best devices for them. As a founding member of the Octopus podcast, Jean-Luc's polymathematical suckers are all over the group's powerful vision. Linear meets non-linear, the human mycelium grows, unsolvable solved, sustainable future blooms. So let's begin with the question I've been dying to ask since I wrote it. What perspective are they using in accounting and financial admin if it's not mathematical?
The thing is that that's the weird thing. Every person that goes into finance for some reason or the other looks at something else that is not pure math.
God, are they like rabbit's feet, kind of hold the rabbit's feet and kind of tuning into the tea leaves, or what's going on?
I don't know. Each time I look at a spreadsheet, the math is all wrong, and it's like
Even
simple
Excel can't
math.
get it right.
It's simple math too, and it's easy for me to fix. But I haven't fixed. I haven't been in finance for a few years now. Well, since 2005, when I was in the UK.
I see. Oh, so it was the British people who couldn't do their thumbs correctly. Oh, typical. And take a look at us now going into the general election. So how did being a multi-potentialite help with bringing this alternative perspective of numbers to finance? How did
Well,
that work?
that's the thing. It's not something new. It's just a new term. I've acted and um, been the way I am all the time. I haven't changed after finding out the term.
So when was your sacre bleu moment when you realized that you're not normal and that you are, in fact, a multi-potentialite?
Well, I've always known I wasn't. Uh, I've always known I was different.
Okay.
From fifth grade, when I was 5 years old. Uh, it's like it's always been something that was integral for me. It's like, why is everyone doing that? Why why do the other children act that way?
It's
And
a question I still ask myself. Yes. Why do they act that way? So what was, do you remember the exact moment when you were 5 when you went, I'm not like these people?
no, it was gradual. There
Slow
was
creep.
there was no uh, instant moment, but it was gradual. And like uh, most children, or at least to the ones that become my friends, have come to see themselves as maybe I'm alien, maybe I'm from another planet. Uh, that's why I'm different. I've been switched at birth, uh, that kind of thing. And we come to realize, well, that's just child fantasy. And no, we're our parents' child, and this is just the way we are, and
Oh.
so on.
Um, very good. So how did you then take it from this pervasive sense of difference as a child? How did you then switch that and leverage it to be to your success as an adult?
Um, I've just been true to myself. Uh, I've the, my The only thing that I've masked was um, the fact that I didn't want to be with big groups.
Mm,
So when I was younger, I forced myself to go out. I forced myself to be in groups, do group things, and
mm.
that was my masking. Everything else, uh, every other aspect of my personality has always been truthful. I didn't mask that part.
So it's difficult to maintain that level of authenticity as a multipotentialite because so often we get buffed back as, or knocked back for not fitting in really in corporate world or wherever. So you've managed to be. How have you managed to maintain that level of authenticity throughout?
Um, Luck.
Okay.
um, when I was growing up, I had the luck of being uh, white, male, blonde hair, light eyes.
You're the one we're all
Uh,
supposed to hate. Is this okay? I'm on board.
so uh, I'm 6'4", so 193. I've always been the tall one. So I've always been uh, considered attractive. So the being quirky was what people said about me and talked about me. So they accepted the handsome, tall, quirky guy that helped, that liked to help everyone. So that's how I was able to uh,
So what you're saying is in order to be
mingle.
successful as a multi-potentialite, you need to be good looking and you need to help people and have a bit of charm. Oh God,
Well, no,
most of us be screwed.
it's just for me. That's what helped.
Okay, and so how did you schmooze your way into the world of architectural detail drawing? What is architectural detail drawing? That'll be a nice segue into linear meets non-linear because there's nothing more linear than an architectural detail drawing, I'm sure.
Well, actually, in 2008, the American economy crash
I remember.
affected my IT contracts.
Mm,
So I wasn't able to get any contracts in IT, and um, decided to because I always liked architecture. So I looked at the different courses and tried to see for a course that allowed me to get a quick diploma.
mm.
Let's so I could do a short period of time back at school and then get back into the workforce as soon as possible. And it the course was architectural drafting. So it's basically like architectural technician, but
Okay.
without the seal and without backing.
On the drawing or on the diploma?
On the drawings.
Oh, okay.
So
I wasn't
uh,
sure. So,
so when it comes to architecture, you have to have an architect put their seal of approval,
oh, I see.
and it's also a seal that guarantees the level of work or quality of the work. Technicians also have that seal and also have the backing of a professional. Um, what's the word again? Um, like the architects, they have
Like a
uh,
professional regulator
no, the professional group. Um,
association,
yeah, the association.
the Association
So
of Architectural Technicians.
yeah, so the technicians have that, but the drafters don't.
Oh, I see. So there's a lot of CAD then in day-to-day life. Is this like CAD and AutoCAD and all this kind of stuff?
Exactly. So
Oh,
all my technical background helped me go through and learn AutoCAD extremely quickly.
Please tell me they use a mathematical and analytical approach in architecture, if not in finance.
Exactly.
Oh, shit.
So, but also with that artsy side. So the architects look at the conceptual aspects of architecture, and then they go down and take their concepts and talk to the technicians that take their concepts and put their actual numbers to
Mm,
make it real.
okay.
And the drafters actually do the work.
So I'm always wondered with this. So with architecture, how much artistry is in it? I mean, most buildings are not very artistically interesting at all. And like multi-story car parks, how do you make the artistic flair in that?
Well, depending on the era, but
Mm.
especially these days, there's a lot of art and knowledge on the flow of circulation and
Oh, I see.
all these concepts and how it looks. The architects, that's what they basically start with, and they're uh, to me at least,
Mm.
that's their main goal, is
Mhm.
how the building is going to look, how are people going to use it in general, and then the technicians take that general aspect and put it more concrete.
They nail it down. Yeah.
So if I'm correct, you're a doctor, correct?
I used to be.
By
I'm not
trade,
anymore, but I
but
used to be. Yeah.
you were a doctor by trade.
Yeah.
um,
Anesthesiologist. Yeah.
the drafters are like the nurses. We do the actual work in the hospital.
Well, someone's got to do it, to be fair. Yeah.
So we don't have the all the knowledge that the architects would be the equivalent to the doctors that have
Mm,
all the knowledge to put things together and
mm,
make sure that everything is good. But when it comes to the actual drawing of the
mm.
lines on the plans and all that, well, you need a drafter, and that's
Oh, God. So,
uh,
so
uh,
when
uh,
we talk about doctors being too posh to wash, are we saying that the patients, that is, not themselves? So, are now architects too I don't know, arty to draw?
uh, at a certain point, yeah.
Oh my gosh! Imagine everyone's over professionalized themselves out of their own job. That's well, that's the way it's going, isn't it? We'll all be on Mars soon anyway, so we probably won't need any of these skills.
Well,
So,
actually, you're going to have to need a lot of architects and engineers.
oh god, yeah, send them out first and let us know how it goes. I think that'll be fine. Um, so from architecture then and into IT, how do you what is your role as an IT buyer or personal buyer for IT products?
Well, at this moment, I'm more of a problem solver. I'm a IT
What problems are you
technician
solving? What problems are you solving?
uh,
And for whom?
for a big company called La Vie en Rose.
Okay. What kind of
They're
problems are they having?
uh, Windows issues and the same problems that all the different companies have
IT
with
Windows or the Windows in the homes?
no IT Windows,
Oh, okay, just checking.
Microsoft Windows.
Okay, oh, Bill's at it again, causing problems for everyone. Anyway.
So basically, uh, I don't. I deal with the wide range problems, like the issues that are causing problems on the national scale.
Mm. So people can't update their avatars, go to someone else. But if they can't, the whole country can't get into the network, come to you.
Exactly.
Okay. No, that's cool. So how does being a multi-potentialite help with this then? I can imagine if you don't know what problem's coming in the door, what ticket's going to land, then you kind of need to be ready for anything. Because if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready.
Exactly. And when it comes to the solution, finding solutions to the different problems, being multipotentialite, we look at the way we see things. It's more from behind, and we see more of the big picture.
We do.
And so a lot of the to say our team here is mostly uh, built up from a lot of multipotentialites and neurodiverse people. So
Yes, I can imagine that in the IT sector. No offense to the IT sector, but I can imagine it is full of a lot of neurodivergent people, and so that must be quite nice as a multipotentialite. Kind of, you might maybe found your tribe.
yeah, uh, which was the reason, one of the reasons why I left the architectural firms and came back to IT, is because in the architects were just a little too linear for me,
Mm.
and um, I found a good team here, full of neurodiverse people,
Mm.
and our neurodiversity is what makes us very efficient at solving the issues.
There must be no one with ADHD on that team, is there? Because if it's efficiency, but
No, 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 they are.
they're efficient, but they're just about 2 hours late. But that, I say this as somebody with ADHD. So, very good. So, what do you call a non-linear architect? I suppose that's an interior designer, is it?
Maybe I haven't met one yet.
Okay, okay. Gosh, but I suppose you want your architects to be linear, don't you? I mean, we don't want to put the roof on before the foundations. I don't know. Um, Maybe we do. I don't know. Um, Very good. So you've got a network there of neurodivergent people. Your human mycelium, I suppose, is what you would call it, being an octopus. And so, how do you build those? Because neurodivergent people are, or neurodiverse people are not always the easiest people to get to know. And you've managed to get to know a whole tribe there. And how did that work? And how do you keep that network growing?
Well, surprisingly, um, when we come to contact with each other,
Mm,
it's very easy because
okay.
we recognize each other.
Yeah.
The difficult part is when we mix in someone that's more linear,
Okay.
and they're the ones that have difficulty uh,
Yeah.
understanding or dealing with us. So,
Welcome to our world. It's good for them to have a taste of their own medicine.
and so our difficulty is more translating our speed and our thoughts into more uh, smaller bits.
So that's a very important skill to have to be successful in the world as a multipotentialite, neurodiverse person. How do you do it? What successful techniques can you share that we can all use with the linears in our life?
Well, my experience and my decades in IT support, that's where I've learned the skills to deal with the more linear people,
Okay.
because I have to explain how things work, how they can stop creating the issues that they're having. So,
So linear people are to blame for their own issues. Is that it? Well, I've always suspected it. I'm glad to have it confirmed. To be honest. But what is your approach then to explaining it? Because it's not easy. It's not an easy thing to do. So, how do you get on the linear level and explain things?
my go-to is analogies.
Okay. So, okay.
Like when I just explained to you drafting and referring to medical. because
You're treating me as a linear. How dare you?
no, but
Fine.
that's how you come to it's to be able to bring a subject or a way of thinking to the person that you're talking to.
Hmm.
You use something that they are good at or they know, and you use the
Oh, I'm gonna have to start talking about football. Oh, jeez.
well, to if it's the sport they like, why not?
Because I don't know anything about it, but I'll do my best. I'll do my best.
But using analogies to uh, bring link the two you and them together,
Hmm. Okay. So,
because being neurodiverse and multipotentialites, we kind of usually know just a little bit of a lot of stuff.
we do. We're
So
great for the pub quiz. Yeah.
and so we can easily find the links to use analogies.
So, in terms of linear meeting non-linear and growing our human mycelium, then is analogies the key that we need? That's the unsolvable solved. It's analogies,
Well,
guys. We've
it's
done it.
well, it is the key that works for me.
Okay. Well, and it's an interesting key, and I might take it and use it myself. Um, next time, well, what's like when in my diary have I got a linear person? I don't know. But very good. And so, what kind of big problems then are you tackling, or what's your kind of your raison d'être? That's not a raisin that's happy to be. That's a reason that's happy to be. But what are you working on? What's your kind of big goal or big achievement that you're aiming to solve as the problem solver?
Well, right now I'm trying to help my network, my mycelium, to try to help and solve issues that the people in my network have.
Oh,
Because in my case, I'm pretty zen and content, and
okay.
so I don't really have a lot of issues.
So, what
And
kind of issues are people bringing to you then? What are the issues facing the multipotentialities of the world?
um,
And can they be solved by switching it off and switching it on again?
some actually some do, yes. Um, uh, well, you got me there because I don't keep note of other people's issues.
No, but as
I,
a general
I,
trend,
I
have you noticed that it's all kind of social stuff or relationship stuff or work stuff? Were you surprised by what it was?
a lot are social aspects. A lot there are big trends that come with the backgrounds, and uh, a lot of problems are solved using psychology. And
Oh,
uh,
that old chestnut.
well, uh, and so it's a lot of also it's how people view their issues.
Yes, framing is a big issue, isn't it?
And I help people also change the frame of view.
Hmm. What should we all change our frame of views to?
That
What frame
that
should we all be in?
it's that depends on the issue.
Okay, fair enough. So were you surprised by the kind of the nature of the problems that multipotentialites brought you, or if we were kind of going to sit down and guess, they'd kind of were par for the course?
I I haven't seen a lot of issues that have surprised me up to now.
No one like was wanting to dispose of a body or anything.
I can't say.
Okay, no worries, thank you. And so, how can we, with this progress and solving all these problems, how can people sustainably solve their own problems? You've solved a lot, solving other people's. How can we all solve our own?
Taking it slow, looking at
Slow and steady.
and really looking at the issue.
Do you find that multipotentialites struggle to go slow?
Uh, Not all the time.
Okay.
Uh, I'm pretty sure you have your moments that you find yourself going slow yourself.
Many of them, yes. Many. Yep.
We just have
Um,
we just have a lot of moments that we can go really fast.
yeah, yeah. And I suppose it's all relative, isn't it? Because like my slow might not be somebody else's slow, or my fast, who knows? Who knows? How other people experience the world, who knows? So what action then can our listeners, the linear and the non-linear ones alike, do to stop causing their own problems? You said that that's what you'd help the non-linears do. So what can we all do now after this podcast to stop causing our own problems and making things worse for ourselves?
Think before acting.
God.
I'm sorry.
If I could do that, sure, the whole thing would be coffee. No, fair enough. And so how have you, so taking that, what has the octopus movement meant to you so far? And how's the octopus movement been helping you or been an asset to your life?
It's fun. It's a place I've met a lot more people. I have a lot more friends now, all over around the world. And for me, it's my playground.
So is it the first time that you've met such a concentrated group of, I mean,
Yes.
although everyone is very, very different, they are all very similar in a way as well. Like everyone's very like intelligent and capable and accomplished, but in so many different and like weird and wonderful ways that it's very diverse in that respect. So it's the first time that, and so have you been getting your colleagues in your neurodiverse tribe there at work to be joining in as well?
No, not really.
Oh, okay. I thought they were your the best tribe. Okay. We'll leave them. No public service announcement for them. That's totally fine. So we're just about bringing this week's episode of the Octopus Movement podcast to a close. My sincere thanks to Jean-Luc for sharing his wisdom, insights, and multipotential mind with us today. If anyone would like to reach out to you after the episode, Jean-Luc, what's the best way to get hold of you?
LinkedIn. Yeah. Find me on LinkedIn and with my name.
And connect, as they say, on LinkedIn. Yes. Reach out. Yes. And it'd be nice to get a message from somebody who isn't a virtual assistant trying to sell their products. Yes, it would be nice. Wonderful. Of course, if you have questions about how you can join the movement or you want to discuss reasons people are you want to discuss other ways that you can stop causing your own problems, then feel free to reach out to me, Aiden Gillan-Bronze, on LinkedIn or visit theoctopusmovement.org. Never forget that every mind has the potential to be an octopus mind. I'm not sure every mind, but embrace your unique way of thinking, join the movement, and make something tentacular happen. Our podcast returns at the same time every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and I look forward to seeing you again myself in a couple of weeks' time. Jean-Luc, thank you very much. And everyone else, we'll see you soon. Bye.